So I have been not diagnosed with ADHD, ADD, but my therapist, who's worked with us and me for 4.5 years, suggested it yesterday, and suggested it might be worth looking into. So I took a couple tests that give the disclaimer right up front: this is not an official diagnosis. I took the tests and scored very high on the possibility or likelihood of having ADD or ADHD. And I'm just starting to read a book, and it is very much sounding like I have ADD, ADHD. I'm not sure if I'm going to get an official diagnosis yet or not. I'm leaning towards it. The place that I go to, they offer that. They have the ability. I'm feeling all sorts of nerves about it. I'm happy because maybe it could give some answers to some of the problems or challenges I've dealt with. I'm definitely feeling silly or whatever because, as a kid I don't know if it was diagnosed with it, but to the point where the doctor gave my mom Ritalin to give to me, which I took for a little amount of time, and then it changed my personality so much my mom took me off of it, which I'm grateful she did. And I've thought several times throughout my adult life, like maybe I have it. But it's been totally out of my brain for a while. That's where I do feel silly. And do I feel mad at all? The only part that feels mad is just I don't feel fully back. I don't feel fully on the horse. I don't feel fully laser focused, I guess the terminology with ADD. I still feel very scatterbrained. And so anyway, just want to give updates as I learn about this. And something I'm learning from this book that I'm reading, which I think is called Scattered Minds or something. I need to probably cite the source, I don't know. Is that it's not about having a hard time focusing on things that I'm interested in. It's about trying to get the focus part of my brain to focus on something I'm not interested in. And I'm listening to it and I'm just like, holy shit. Like 100%. But at the same time as I'm hearing it, I'm like, isn't that everybody? Isn't this talking about everybody here? So I'll be learning about the differences and, maybe be able to get some relief and some tools to work with my ADD brain. And I'll be able to update on this, which will be exciting. And exciting because if I can learn how my brain functions, then maybe I can work with it instead of expecting things from it that it just can't do. It's like trying to climb a ladder without knowing that your arm is broken or cut or cut off, and getting frustrated because why am I having such a hard time climbing this ladder? Well, you need a fully functioning arm to climb the ladder. So maybe since now you know that your arm is defective or is cut or is otherwise incapable of doing it this way, now you know. So now in order to get from this point up to that point, now that you know that your arm is cut in this way, you can make accommodations for that. Now you can get up there without being so affected by your broken arm. And similarly, now I can maybe learn some tools on how to accomplish things without being so scatterbrained, and then without being so affected. I feel so affected by my emotional swings, my scatterbrainedness, and I'm already getting insecure talking about it, and also the way that I feel towards myself, the strongly critical, judgmental self that I've cultivated that may have something to do with ADD. I'm not going to ascribe it yet, and that's why I think I want the official diagnosis, because I think there's value and relevance in having a professional, a third party, an outside source who is familiar and capable giving the official diagnosis, so that we don't just have random people going around saying they have certain ailments or certain things when really we don't know. And does the doctor really know? I mean, again, this is just our sophisticated human system of doing these things, but maybe it's certainly it's limited, but it's the most advanced ability that we have in our current human world to help with these things. And maybe in 100 years, and certainly in 100 years, it'll look differently. But for now, this is the best that we have, maybe. That's all for now.